is up, everybody? I decided to come to you guys a few minutes this afternoon. I wanted to discuss something with everyone. I've been going back and forth about this for a little while, if I was going to discuss it and talk about it or not, but I've kind of made the choice, I guess, to talk about it. I have not seen videos on it on here when I was looking and trying to look up as much as I could on this, so I decided to come this afternoon and talk about it, maybe document this journey I'm about to go on a little bit with everybody, as well as keep doing my little informative videos, people, as well. So when I say I'm going to start documenting my journey, what I'm referring to is, I'm going to give you guys a little backstory on it. Once we got here to El Paso, I got kind of like sick, which actually kind of slowed my videos down a tad bit too, besides family. I was going back and forth to the doctor a lot when we got here, and it turns out that I had like hypertension, which really freaked me out because I've been like totally healthy my whole life, a little overweight, chunky girl, but I've been like totally healthy, never taken like any sort of medications, never really had to constantly go to the doctor and stuff. I noticed it started a little bit before we actually PCS'd here, or my husband was still at basic trainings when I first got sick and started going to the doctor, and then it kind of got worse once we PCS'd here to El Paso. So anyway, I started going to the doctor, and my PCM here, when we got here, I started going, and she told me that I had hypertension, the beginnings of hypertension, and it was super high. Like, I don't even know if you could say it was the beginning. I'm not sure on the exact like medical terminology for what it was, but mine was like super high. Like the bottom number was like 100 and something. The top number would be like 169 or something. And when she told me that, she told me that she wanted me to monitor it a little more. So I went out and I got the little here, I'll show you guys. This little excuse me, I've still got a cough from a cold I'm getting, or I've had. I got the little monitor thing. Please excuse my husband's cat's hair because he's been laying on the bed with me. I just woke up from a nap, so please excuse the way I look as well. And it's just pretty this afternoon out the window here in El Paso. I think it's like February 9th. It's starting to get warm here, so it's gonna get hot again. But anyway, back to my story. I went to the doctor. She started, they did like some blood work and some other testing on me. And I have not gotten the results from my blood testing back, because it could, like, I guess show up some other issues. I'm really hoping not. Some other issues that kind of run in my family. But anyway, whenever she started talking to me about hypertension, it really freaked me out because I've had a lot of family on my maternal and paternal, I hope I'm using the right terminology with that, my mom and dad's side. And it's not just been like hypertension, it always leads to death. And it freaked me out so bad, because I've had aunts and uncles on my mom as well as my dad's side, grandparents, who have one, thyroid issues, two, hypertension, which led to strokes, aneurysms that burst in the brain, and they died. And it's happened multiple times. I have one family member on my mom's side that actually lived, and it's my mom's youngest sister. But that's not a life I'd ever want, because I love my aunt to death. She was a baby, and I was with her a lot when I was younger. But she's crippled now. She lives in a nursing facility. She can't talk. She can't walk. Her kidneys do not work at all whatsoever, so she cannot urinate. She can't do anything anymore. She's not really in her right mind. She has diapers and stuff they have to change, and this is all something from hypertension, which led to stroke and how she is. For my grandmother, my mom's mom, it was stroke. It was high blood pressure. She had stroke twice, my grandmother did, and it led to high blood pressure, stroke, aneurysm, death. It's like a repetitive thing in my family. So when my PCM told me that, it really freaked me out. It had me like really freaked out, because I got two kids, and a husband, and I'm like young. I'm 35, So it's still pretty young. And I'll be 36 at the end of this month. February 18th is my birthday. But anyway, I've got like 8 days to my birthday. Yeah, something like that. But anyway, it really freaked me out. It scared me to death. My mom has high blood pressure. I'm always so worried about her. She has high blood pressure, and she's in the hospital a lot. Thank God she's not had a stroke or anything like that. And I try to stay on top of her with her medication and doing what she needs to do for her health and herself. Mom's a little hard-headed, so she doesn't really follow all the regulations. She does not take her medicine all the time, which really scares me. I don't understand why, but she doesn't. But anyway, back to my story. When the doctor told me that I had hypertension, it like freaked me out so bad. So she started me on this medication. No. First, she had me monitor my blood pressure on a piece of paper, which is like, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I had a cold and it went away. And my cough just sticks around for a while after that, like a week or two after. But like this, PCMs here, Fort Bliss will give you paper like this. And basically for you to monitor your blood pressure. Then we take it like 4 times a day. So once early in the morning when you first wake up, during lunchtime, in the afternoon, and then right before you go to bed. I did that, and I brought the paper back, and it was still super high. They checked it while I was in the office. It was still super high. So she immediately put me on a medication. The medication, the first one she gave me, it was something like, they call it a diuretic or something. And it made me super sick. Like, really sick. Like, it freaked me out. I took it one time. I tried it. And diuretics make you go urinate a lot. But besides that, it made me really dizzy. I got this like crazy headache. I got really dizzy. I couldn't see. Like, everything was blurry. It looked like there was fog in my eyes. I couldn't see anything. And I freaked out. And I was talking to my husband. And he was like, do not take that anymore. So I made an appointment and went back to my doctor again. When I went back to her, I was already feeling kind of weird. Because I've had the same PCM since we got here. So it's like a year and a half. And she was always rushing through everything with me. Like, she never really listened. The first, like, time or two I went, I was thinking that maybe, you know, she was kind of behind on her appointments with her people. And that she was trying to catch up. Which is understandable sometimes because, you know, like, shit happens. So I was okay. I kind of put it off as that. But then I go there, and every time I go, it was almost as if she was rushing me. She's a soldier. My PCM was a soldier. It was like an Asian soldier lady that worked at the Mendoza Clinic here on Post on East Bliss, which is where we all go to. So, I was trying to talk to her about what was going on with me, how I was feeling, this medication, and it was like, she would literally just like blow me off. She was not in the room with me no more than like 4 minutes each visit. She would come in and do the really quick, stethoscope on your back, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, bye. I'll see you again later. Here, take this medication, and yeah, just make another appointment. I'll see you whenever. And I'm just like, wow. Like, every time I went, and I'm trying to talk to this lady about this blood pressure thing, getting under control. And I've always had issue too with my my back and my knees. My knee sometimes swells up really bad, so bad that I can't even bend it or walk. She's just not trying to hear me at all whatsoever. She's just not trying to hear me. She's, okay, well, here's some muscle relaxers. Here's some ibuprofen. Here's some Percocets or Vicodin. Here's another medication for blood pressure to try stuff, come back. And then I would come back, and it would not improve anything. It would get, like, worse. And then she'd be like, oh, here's some more medication. This medication, that medication. And I'm just like, what the heck? So, finally, I would come onto, it's like some of the Tricare and the spouse pages that I'm on, and I finally got so frustrated, I started talking to someone that I knew, and she was like, you really just need to switch your PCM to a different PCM. And I wasn't really listening at all at first. I was kind of like, oh, you know, I haven't really had any problems from her besides her constantly rushing me. And I guess I didn't really think it as something serious. I guess it's like programmed is not to think that, you know, doctors, they just know what's best. And that's just it. But I had went back to the doctor again for my blood pressure. It was kind of like an emergency visit because it was still super high. And my doctor could not see me that day. So it was a different doctor that saw me. The different doctor that saw me, she was talking to me or whatever. And she was like, maybe you should probably talk to your doctor about getting a referral, your PCM in military terms, about getting a referral to the bariatric clinic. And I was like, what is that? She's like, it's a weight loss surgery here for Fort Bliss. She's like, but I want you to hear me out, because I was like offended, like, wait, what? Like, I know I'm a little chunky, you know, but hold on. And she was like, no, wait, I want you to listen to me first. I was like, okay. She was like, I can almost guarantee you that whenever you have this bariatric surgery, if you go have this bariatric surgery done, the weight loss surgery, not only will it help your knees and your back, but I can almost guarantee you that it's going to lower your blood pressure. And you're not going to have to take all these different medications that are making you feel super sick. So I was like, okay. So with the emergency visit, she of course changed the medication again, because she wasn't my PCM, so she couldn't like write me the referral for that. So I had to go do a follow up with my normal PCM. So I went in like 2 or 3 days later to see how the medication that the stand-in doctor had given me. I had to go see my regular PCM. So I got there to see my regular PCM, and again, it was like quick, like fast out the door. Oh, this medication is not working. Let's switch you to this. Let's do this. Let's try this. Here's some more muscle relaxers for your back and your knee. Here's some Vicodin, which I've told her 5,000 times that Vicodin makes me sick. I can't take that. I don't want all these medications. I don't want this. She was just running like through. She talked so fast that I honestly could not even understand anything she was saying to me when she would speak. And I would have to go, wait, can you repeat that? What did you just say? I didn't understand what you said to me. And so then she said it again. I'd be like, okay, well, we'll discuss it. Make another appointment. We'll discuss another day at another appointment time. And I was like, whoa, like every time. So I was so fed up. I said to her, I want to get a referral to the bariatric clinic, because in talking with the doctor and doing some research, I found out that this blood pressure that we cannot get under control could be totally eliminated from this bariatric surgery. And I've talked to the other doctor that was on call the day I came. I had actually spoken with some people through the bariatric clinic, and they were all telling me that, yeah, this would definitely help, because like the medications they're giving me is not really helping. It's just nothing's working right now. She almost got offended, and she was like, I don't believe in bariatric surgery. Come in a couple more times and maybe I'll just write you a referral for it. At that point, I was like, okay, she's not trying to hear me. She's not trying to listen to me. I think it's finally time for me to switch PCMs to someone else. So I went home that day. I was so frustrated because like I felt like she's just not really for me. I felt like I was kind of like a number to her, and she didn't really care when it came to me. I was just kind of like a number to hurry up and get in and get out, you know. So I went home, and thank God Tricare has their online site now, so you don't have to like call anybody to do anything. Excuse me. You could just go onto an online site on Tricare. It's like the beneficiaries secure network thing they have, and you can change your PCM at home. You can make appointments at home. You can do all this different stuff. So I went on and I changed my PCM. I heard things about a great doctor named Kobo that's a PCM here at Fort Bliss on East Bliss for the Mendoza Clinic, Soldier and Family Clinic, which is where my kids and I go. My husband goes there too. So I saw she was available. I originally wanted Miss Vancott, Dr. Vancott, because she's my daughter's doctor and she's pretty awesome. She's always very attentive, but she was full. So I tried Dr. Kobo and I got her. I was like, yay, I got her. So I immediately made another appointment because still I'm going through the circles. Blood pressure still insanely high. Nothing is working. I go in and try to talk to my doctor. The PCM I had, she was not working. For me, not listening to me, it seemed like she doesn't care. She just wants me to hurry up and go so she can go on by her business. It's like I'm just another soldier's wife that's just kind of holding her up. So anyway, I changed to Dr. Kobo. I made an immediate appointment again because my blood pressure was still super high. And like I said, I'm still freaking out this whole time because all I'm thinking is, in my head, it is, I'm gonna get sick, I'm gonna have a stroke, and I'm gonna die like my grandmother and my aunts and my uncles, and or be crippled, and my husband and my family's gonna have to take care of me, and I just don't want that. So I'm still freaking out this whole time. So I go to my doctor, I make the appointment with the new PCM. I had replaced the doctor I had, and I replaced it, switched to Dr. Kobo as my new doctor, for my PCM. So I immediately made an appointment. I went in to go meet with her, and it was like the weirdest thing ever. The first time I ever went in there and saw her, I was shocked. Like, I know everyone told me that Dr. Kobo was an awesome doctor, but I did not know how awesome she was and how much I had actually been missing in like the year and a half that I was seeing this other doctor. This lady came in, she sat down with me, she talked to me, she wrote notes of everything that was going on, everything that was happening with me, we went through it. She ordered blood work, to get a complete blood workup of me to find out, anything else going on besides the blood pressure. She did a blood work too for my thyroid because she wanted to check on it, because my mom has thyroid issues. My mom is actually having surgery next week to have her thyroid removed, which kind of freaks me out. I really wish I could be there for her too. But yeah, my mom has thyroid issues, and she just wanted a whole blood workup. And I was shocked because this lady literally sat in this room with me for like 20 minutes and talked to me and went through everything. And then she was looking through my paperwork, and I was talking to her about my lips again. Y'all gotta excuse me. If you were here in Bliss, you would know that this weather just has you dried out so bad, no matter what you do. But she was talking to me, and she was looking through my paperwork and stuff, and she was like going, oh wow, oh I see. And I was like I'm like, what's happening, what's going on? Look at this paperwork, what's happening? She tells me, well, first, the doctor, your old PCM, she gave you wrong medication, that's why you were sick like that. It was something you were allergic to, that's in your document you're allergic to, and it's written in your your paperwork, but she still gave that to you. I was like, wow. And then she's like, all the other different medications she was giving you to try to get the blood pressure under control until we could find something permanent, she said the dosages were way off. They were not right at all, which is why you were still having these issues and problems. So she talked to me, and she's like, I'm going to prescribe this medication for you to take, and I want to see if this is going to get you under some sort of control until we can find another option. I said, okay. And that was for the blood pressure. And she was like, I want to talk with you about something. I don't want you to get offended, but I really want to speak with you about something because I care about you and about your well-being. You're like super young. And she's like, have you ever thought about bariatric surgery? And I'm like, sitting thinking to myself, like, oh my God, like this lady's talking about the same thing too. And so I was honest with her. I was like, look, I said, I had spoken to my doctor I had before about it, and she literally like shunned me and was like, kind of, how dare you say this to me? I don't believe in that. And she was shocked. She was like, what? I was like, yeah, that's what she told me. So then Dr. Koba was like, look, I'm going to be honest with you. She's like, it's not like an easy road. She says, but you have, you have like arthritis in your knee, which I knew because I used to be in marching band and a majorette, and I played softball and did a whole lot of stuff. So my right knee is kind of like screwed up. They wanted me to do knee surgery, but it freaks me out, so I don't want to do it. But she told me, she was like, I can almost guarantee you that if you went through this bariatric surgery, that your blood pressure would be corrected. Blood pressure issues would be corrected completely. It would relieve pressure on your back and your knee as well, and it would give you a better quality of life. And I was just like shocked, like, wow, okay. So she's like, well, I'll give you a little time to think about it. And I said, okay. So I went home, thought about it for a little while. I had to come in for another update with her on the new medication she had given me. And guys, the new medication she gave me, I was not dizzy. I was not sick. Nothing went on. I went in, I saw her, and my blood pressure was great. It was great from this medication. but it's not something she wanted me to be on like long term. She does not want me to be on the medication that I'm on long term. So when I went in to saw her, she was like, great. She's like, okay, well, we have it under control for right now. And I wanted to stay that way for right now, but I do not want you to stay on this medication permanently. Have you had time to think about the bariatric surgery that I talked to you about? And I talked with my husband and my kids about it. My husband loves his fluffy wife and all that, but my health is important, and I have to think about myself as well, and myself for our children, because our kids they're not old, but they're not young either. You know, they're 9 and 15 right now, and they still need mom. So I talked to her and I said, I had went on to, I had joined some of the group. They have a group here on Facebook that is the like Fort Bliss Bariatric group or something like that. I had joined that group, and then I had done a lot of research on it. And then I didn't realize until later I had a couple of friends that I had met here that had actually had it. I never knew they had had the surgery until I joined that group. And then I'm like, oh, these people are in here. They're in this group. So then I started asking questions around. I was like, oh, crap. I didn't know that. One of my friends, Keely, she's awesome. She actually just PCS from here not long ago. But she had that surgery. I had no idea. She was one of the first people I met here. And you see one of my other videos in the beginning. It was when I went to the Army Family Team Building classes and stuff. I met her, and we became like super close. She's always helped me out so much. Like, when I ordered a new couch and stuff and had no way to get it home because it turns out they didn't have like a delivery truck type thing, she had a huge truck at the time. So she actually left her church where she was at, came to the furniture store, picked up my couch. Me and her picked the stuff up, moved it, and brought it to my house. Yeah. And then whenever my youngest was sick in the hospital, for like a week, she actually took care of my older daughter, bought her food, took care of my dog for me. She's an awesome person, and I love her forever. So I knew I could always go and talk to her about it. So I talked to her about it. It turned out she had had health issues, and she had had the surgery, and it had helped. So after speaking to her, looking up some things, reading some stuff, I talked to my doctor and I told her, yeah, I would be interested in getting this because I need a better quality of life right now. I've tried everything. I've gone to the Health and Wellness Center here on Fort Bliss, which I have a video up of that as well. Go every 30 days, get to the bod pod to get your bod pod results done, which is your BMI and like your weight and how your body is basically working and doing, your metabolism, how fast it moves, and all that different stuff. So I had gone to every single class they had for the Army Health and Wellness Center. I do not eat a lot of stuff. I don't eat a lot of sugar. I don't eat salt. I'll use pink Himalayan salt. I have basically followed a keto lifestyle, like diet, for the last like 2 or 3 years. I do not do like granulated sugar or something. I usually use like pure Swerve, something like that. I don't eat fried foods. Everything that we eat is usually on our grill outside or in our air fryer. Like, I don't really do fried foods. I don't do like carbs because I really don't like a lot of carbs. I don't like crackers. I don't like bread. I don't like pasta like that. I just don't like rice, any of that, potatoes. I don't like that type of crap. Starches and carbs and stuff. I don't like that stuff. But here I am, still in all my fluffy glory. I am like 245 pounds. I am 5'4" and 3/4, the doctor said. But yeah, so basically I told her, yeah, I would go through the bariatric program to see how things worked out for me. So she put me a referral in. And oh yeah, that's another thing. Your BMI has to be 40 or greater. I remember when I tried to talk to my original PCM about it, she was like, oh, you gotta have a BMI of 40 or greater. I was like, mine is 41.5 or 41.9. She was like, look at me like, how the do you know that? I'm like, I go to the Army Health and Wellness Center and get checked every month, and it tells me automatically. But anyway, back to my story. So basically, in order to get a referral over to the bariatric center, you have to have a BMI of 40 or greater, have some sort of health issues or something going on with you, whether it be blood pressure or diabetes or something else going on with you. It does not have to be like a health issue. It just can be your BMI being 40 or greater. So anyway, right now they have a couple of things you need to do in order to qualify, well, to get through in order to have the bariatric surgery. I'm at the very beginning of mine, and some of the things you have to have done. Hold on, I got stuff written down in my book. If you guys give me 1 second, so I can try to talk. Okay, so these are some of the steps that I've written down. I'm trying to take documentation because I'm like a writer and a planner, so I have some things written down. First step you have to do is talk to your PCM about wanting to get a referral, because you need a referral. Anything when it comes to the military and Tricare, you got to have a referral. They won't do nothing without a dang on referral. Second, there are basically some of the things that you have to do in order to get the bariatric surgery here at Fort Bliss, or a lot of different bases. You have to attend some of their group classes they have, what they call them, group meetings. You have to, here at Bliss, you have to attend 3. My neighbor who just moved in like a week ago, I was talking to her. I didn't know she had the surgery done. And she was at Fort Hood before, and they had only attend 2. But here at Bliss, it's 3. Basically, it's like just talking about before, during, and after your surgery. So it may be exercising after your surgery one day, and then another meeting is about what to eat, what you can't eat. Another one's about relationships after you've had your surgery or before you had the surgery, type of thing. But anyway, I've attended one so far. You can actually attend these before you go to the seminar. There is a seminar that you have to attend. It's like a 4-hour seminar here at Bliss. It's where the nurse, the head nurse, the surgeon on duty or a surgeon, a nutritionist, a pharmacist, they all talk to you about the whole process of what's going on. And that's the major thing you have to do. They give you, after you get there, they give you your checklist and other things to do. But you also have to attend the 3 group meetings, which I said. I've attended one so far. Your group meetings, you can actually start attending before you get to your seminar. That's the only thing you can do before. I've so far attended one. I attended the first one, which was January 30th. The next one is February 13th, and I'm going to go to that one. And then the last one I'm going to attend is going to be February 27th. So after those last 2 meetings I actually got a call from the bariatric center nurse. And what's cool is, y'all gotta excuse me, y'all know by now we live right next to the airport, El Paso International Airport, so you can hear the planes and stuff. But anyway, the head nurse for the bariatric center called me last week. Her name is Miss Martha. It's really weird because here at Fort Bliss actually has like the #1 rating for bariatric surgery here for the military in Fort Bliss here in El Paso. It's done on Fort Bliss, actually, at the main hospital, William Beaumont Hospital. And she called me and she gave me my seminar date, which is February 20th. I have my seminar day I go to. So basically, anyway, the steps you have to have completed altogether is talk to PCM first to get a referral. You gotta have the 3 group meetings. You have to go to the seminar, which they schedule you. You have to have blood work done. You have to have a psych eval because they want to make sure you're mentally like stable and know exactly what it is you're looking and doing. Nutritional evaluation, but the nutritional evaluation is actually something they do while you're at the seminar. So after I attend the seminar on the 20th, I will just have the psych eval to do, the blood drawn, and that one last class, which is 7 days after my seminar. Typically it takes about, they said 2 to 3 months to complete everything and actually go from start to finish with surgery. Like I said, I just began this journey, so I'm going to try to keep you guys updated on what's going on with this as I go through this journey, and keep you guys updated on how things go. Yeah. Anyway, this is kind of weird and kind of hard for me because I wasn't gonna speak on it at first because I was afraid of being judged by someone like, oh yeah, you're taking the easy way out, you're just gonna do this, it's just simple, which is not a simple decision, but it's a decision that I make because I love myself and I love my children and family, and I want to be here for them, and I know what my family history is with this, and I don't want that for me or my family. Yeah, so this video is like super long already. It's literally like 30 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to end this video. I'll probably keep you guys updated as I go along on what happens with this bariatric thing from start to finish. I know there are no videos about Tricare and bariatric surgery, so I guess I'm going to document that for anyone that may be trying to go through Tricare and bariatric surgery. So yeah, I'm going to end this until then. Keep me in your prayers, and I will pray for you guys as well. So until next time, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.